Hi everybody, I'm Jules and I have children, as you can tell by my curtains. I'm going to be looking at reviewing the chapter called Changing the Culture One Life at a Time that's in Scattered Servants by Alan Scott. Jenny Graham, Liz Donald and myself have been meeting for a wee while now, looking at a few books and praying together on a regular basis, and we've been reading this one together. So this is a summary of our conversation based on this chapter. The main part of the chapter starts by talking about questioning ourselves as to what is our expectation. What are we expecting God to do? Because the reality is if we expect God to move in people's lives and we pray, He acts, and you will see God changing people's lives. He challenges us that people who are looking for God don't often look like they're looking for God. He shares stories of people that you would probably on first glance think are least interested in knowing anything about Jesus, but shows how actually when people around them listen to God's voice and take action to help them meet Jesus, that actually those people are the most interested in needing to meet Jesus. We need to ask God to disrupt our lives in a way that leads us to the lost. That doesn't sound very comfortable, disrupting our lives to lead us to the lost. It's all very well kind of coasting along in your nice little way, but actually He's challenging us. What are you expecting God to do? Can He do amazing things? Do you want to be a part of that? And ask God to shake up your life a bit so that happens, so you meet those who need to be met by God and can be part of that big picture together. He tells lots of stories, and if you know me, I am a big fan of stories, so I'll not spoil any of them, but there's lots of good stories of how God has changed lives in this chapter. Remember in chapter 3 it talks about how God trusts us to do this work, and He's entrusted us to do this work. So remember, it's not us thinking that we're better than anybody else. God actually trusts us. God's trusting us to bring life to people's lives, and He wants us to expect it. And He wants to be braved when we're called to be. And for some of us, that'll involve bringing unbelievers into our lives for the first time or in a bigger way than we have done before. And He's asking you not to be afraid of that, because you need to focus on sharing your life before your life is sorted. If you live a perfect life, people will never ask you what the reason is for your hope, because they would not see a reason for you to have any. God leads us to people's hidden hurts. If you ask, He'll let you see what the real issues are, and that can give you a fantastic inroad. That can be in people's lives that you know well, but you maybe just don't know the full story. Ask God to show you. Is there a relationship issue? Is it a debt issue? Is it a health issue? What is it that's really got them at this period of time that actually God can really speak into? Ask if God reveals that to you. That gives you an amazing opportunity to be able to speak to Him about the hope that knowing Jesus can bring. There's a sentence in this book that I like. I'll read it to you. It says, "There are things He knows about your colleagues. There are things He knows about your friends that He's waiting to share with you." I kind of got a picture of Jesus standing there, just waiting, going, "Go on, ask me, and then we'll do something together." So that's really what this chapter is about. Be expectant, be brave, get alongside people, share lives, and see amazing change. I hope you enjoy reading the book if you can get a copy. Bye.